what's the purpose of your organization?
Well, the mission of Communities and Schools of Wake County is to surround students with a community of support which empowers them to stay in school and achieve in life. Our vision, our long-term vision, is that we help schools remove the barriers that put students at risk of wasting their potential. So let me boil it down just for a moment. I firmly believe, when I look back at my own life, I can think of a fifth grade teacher who inspired me that I could be something more than a good student. I could be a good leader. I remember my Little League basketball coach who, although I wanted to play basketball and I thought I was pretty good at it, who said, you have a responsibility to lead that is beyond the court, so you can be a point guard in life. When I look back, the more and more I got away. I'm born and raised in Wake County, North Carolina. I haven't been born in Raleigh. But the more I got away from this area professionally, spending 18 years as a media executive, in my travels, I would frequently reflect back to those people who gave me nuggets of wisdom. And I thought that one of the greatest things that I could do is come back home and give back to a community that I owed a debt to.
Wow.
And so Communities and Schools' mission embodies that. It is a fact that we each as adults who have achieved a measure of success, if we would focus in on giving back to the future by investing our time, our talent, and our treasure in the future leaders of tomorrow, then this world would be a better place. And so that's what our organization is all about.
Now, can we talk about the success that you've enjoyed as something that is just about Travis? Am I exaggerating that this thing happened because of you?
Absolutely not. This is not a one-man journey. It takes truly a whole team of people who are dedicated to a common vision and a common goal. It's ironic that we're here at Crossroads. We could not be who we are without partners like Crossroads.
What you mean is standing here doing this interview. That we're here, there, okay.
Standing here doing the interview, and also we couldn't have achieved our mission goals. If you go to our website, you'll see a video that is near and dear to my heart.
Okay, let's give the website right now.
Okay, www.ciswake.org.
ciswake.org.
One of the videos you will see is of a mentor from Crossroads, Doug Walton, and I'm so very proud of that video because I think it captures the spirit of what we do. Doug, through our partnership with Crossroads, we met Doug. Doug invested his time into mentoring a young man that's featured on our video. What is not known is this young man was at a place in life where he was ready to give up. So he is a success story. The story goes on, the young man graduates from high school with a focus of going on to college when he didn't think graduating from high school was possible. The fact that he didn't think graduating from high school was possible was because somebody had planted a seed of negativity in him, which led him to believe, since he had not seen anybody graduate, therefore he could not graduate. With his potential limited by mental roadblocks, he began to sink into depression. So Doug's connection with him allowed him to elevate his idea of what he could be. And because it elevated his idea of what he could be, then it broke him out of oppression. And he began to take a look at the fact that he could be anything he set his mind to. And I believe ultimately led him on the path to realizing that he could be anything that God created him to be. And so that success story isn't an organizational success story. It is a success story as a collective.
All right, then let me ask you, how, let's say, what was your role in this?
My role is to lead.
But I'm talking about the specific example you gave us.
My role is to hire good people that are filled with our vision and our mission, who then empower other people to directly impact our students. Our theory of change is that programs don't change people, but relationships do.
What do you care about?
I care that every young person manifests and his or her success by reaching their full potential. I care that people feel fulfilled by giving the best that they have to give to others, and seeing the seed of investment produce a tree, a harvest of fruit that generations can eat from. And so again, it's transformation of wisdom, it's transformation of translation of shared experience.
Can I tell you one of the ways he made a difference?
Yes.
He's going to be modest, but we were in this game for a while and having, good experience in it. And then Travis came along in this organization. We were able to meet him fairly early, and he actually encouraged us with the vision that he brought. I mean, he's my third community in schools executive director that I've known in 20 years. And he brought a vision and a contagion that I had to kick my game up. And then he hired people over at the school we were mentoring that helped the principal and the kids and the teachers and the mentors, and made my mentoring, which is kind of hard, but he made it easy to do a hard thing. I mean, he directly did that, and it kicked our game up, and I think we thought, man, we can't fail. Travis is counting on us.
The swishing sound you're hearing is coming from that blue vest jacket.
And we wanted to do it, but he brought more out of us, and that was directly related to his own heart and vision, and it got into the school, got into his staff, got into us, and eventually it led to these stories like he just told you about this student.
Okay, that's a great testimonial he's just given, because it talks about simplifying, and I don't know what anybody needs more than simplification when they know what they're trying to do. But Travis, you were saying you're hoping to impact generations. Do you really think you can impact generations?
Impacting generations begins with the generation that you work with. So, for instance, I stand before you because those who I mentioned earlier, teachers, coaches, etc.,
That's true.
impacted me.
That's true.
I take that wisdom and I pass it on to my daughter and her generation.
All right.
She takes that wisdom and passes it on to the next generation. Had the seed never been planted, however, then what is the difference between me and my friends who I grew up with, who are no longer alive today because they made the wrong choices? We both received the seed, but I allowed the seed to germinate, and they rejected the seed.
Yes, but you had to work with limited resources.
In coming back to the area, I firmly believe that you take lemon and you make lemonade. So when I came back to this organization, we didn't have the resources that we have today, but we did have rich treasures in people who believed. And people who caught the vision helped us spread the message, and we created a momentum. So when I got here, we were serving about 200 students in 5 after-school learning centers and public housing within Wake County. Today, we serve over 3,000 students. We provide programming in about 26 sites, 5 community sites, 21 different schools. That was not possible unless there were ambassadors to the mission, ambassadors to the vision, who became change agents in their local community. The simple value proposition was this: we simplified the message. How can you give back to the future? Invest your time, talent, and treasure today,
never heard that.
and the future leaders of tomorrow. Make it real simple.